$100 and $1,200 a week on a 30-hour work week. Okay.
For 2 complimentary on us. Okay. Connie, on your submission, you put down that you are married or part of a couple, the 2 you guys both being U.S. citizens, correct? Yes. And you also indicated you guys are both between the age of 28 to 69, true? Yep.
One thing I'm going to correct with her there, she asked 2 questions at one time. You are married or part of a couple, and both of you are English-speaking U.S. citizens. If I say yes, which one am I saying yes to? Have no clue. You indicated, Joseph, right? You indicated, Joseph, that you are married or part of a couple, correct?
Correct.
Great. Are you married or living together? You don't mind me asking you. Okay. Now, both of you are English-speaking U.S. citizens, correct?
Correct.
Pause. Okay, that way you know what they're saying yes to. That's going to keep you from getting DQs, because they could be saying yes to one but not the other. And then they come in and guess what? They're still going to tour them, but you're not going to get
You
paid.
guys still have a combined income over 50K this year, correct? Alright, and Bonnie, you indicated you guys have never received any gifts in the past from Global Travel Network, true? Nope. Alright. Everything does verify with what you put on your submission. If you can actually grab a pen and a paper, I'm going to give you details on your gift as well as the claim code pertaining to it, Bonnie.
I was going to get on the damn phone.
And just to let you know up front, this is not a timeshare promotion. There's no timeshares involved whatsoever. It's a guaranteed giveaway out of the qualified entrance.
Hey, bro, you don't even get on the clock.
Is your husband actually around at the moment to give you guys the details?
They told me
together,
that training is paid.
She
No.
wrote it on the
Yeah.
time card.
Okay, we'll get to it right now. You can discuss with them. And what was his name for reference?
Clock out, but for the second one, we don't.
Okay, all right. Well, Bonnie, you and Brian have 2 different gifts to choose from. Your first gift choice is a 4-day, 3-night at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico or the Dominican Republic. And being all-inclusive, it covers your food, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, and any non-motorized sports. Okay, all right. And your last gift choice is a 3-day, 2-night of deluxe hotel accommodation. And it's actually some of America's favorite resort destinations located in the lower 48 continental U.S. So it's from any international airport. Okay. Okay. And Bonnie, let me ask you, out of those 2 gifts, which one generally interests you the most?
Well, right now I couldn't tell you right off. Maybe you have a detailed information on this, what we have to do for this, or?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to give you that to take down, Bonnie. Nothing's going to go official. I definitely want you to get Brian on board just to sort of give you more detail on whichever gift per se, so you have more written down to discuss with him. But basically, Bonnie, whichever gift you and Brian choose, it's good for a full year, so 12 months from when you guys claim it. And the only thing you're going to be personally responsible for is just your sales tax. Federal law prohibits us from covering that. That's Uncle Sam's. That's due at the time that you place your reservations within that year, not when you guys come to claim it. There's nothing due up front. Okay? And they're doing a bonus. And once you guys claim this gift by the weekend at our office, they upgrade you with 2 round-trip airfare.
Say what?
Y'all get a lot of clicks when y'all tell them that you have to pay the sales tax.
I mean, it makes sense. You're going to be responsible, Joseph, for your standard government taxes, very similar to if you would have won this from a game show like A Price is Right or Jeopardy, even a state lottery. You're familiar with the concept, right, Joseph?
Yeah.
Great. It's just the way you handle
It
it.
builds credibility too.
Exactly. If you go on Price is Right, Jeopardy, or even when Oprah Winfrey gave away all those cars, the only people that left with a car were the people that could pay the taxes on that car, which was like $2,500, $3,000. If you didn't have that in your account, guess what you left with? A yo-yo, a bonbon, something that wasn't going to cost you anything. But it doesn't matter where you get it from. Even if they tell you, if you say, are you familiar with the concept? No, I'm not. Okay, well, it's just like this, Carl. If I was to give you a car, and I didn't charge you a penny for that car, just gave it to you as a gift, when you go down to get that covered at the DMV, what are you going to have to pay? The applicable taxes to that particular car. Uncle Sam is going to get his money any way, any shape, any form possible. This is an exchange. So you are responsible for your standard taxes. That's so that you're not going to be required to claim a gift tax at the end of the year. It's just an exchange. Okay?
Okay.
Does that explain to you?
And another way to put it, you could, like, the Price is Right, they wouldn't even let you sit if you can't pay the taxes. You can't sit in the audience if you can't pay the taxes for any of the prizes.
Oh, really?
There's a minimum, there's like a minimum they have, it's like, I think it's like $3,100, something like that. Can't pay it, can't even sit in the audience.
Hmm. I don't want my boat behind her.
And I'm going to have a pen and paper. Let me give you the claim
I
code.
don't even want to play. That's on watch.
It is AMS, as in Tom, Mary, Frank, 302. And my number here for reference, Bonnie, is 866-960-1914, extension 302. And my name once again was JJ. And what I'll also give you is times to write down as for to talk with Brian on when to claim the gift, so that way I can put it to hold the airfare for you guys. Because you guys would come and claim it from our office in Salt Lake.
Excuse me, say that again.
Yeah, I was saying what I was going to do is give you times to jot down to talk with Brian about Bonnie. Because you and him, to get the bonus of the airfare, as long as you guys claim it by the weekend, you guys would come claim it at our office in Salt Lake. The purpose for that appointment, they need to verify you and him are the correct personnel that you're claiming to be.
Okay.
Let me pull that up for you. I believe we have Friday at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m., as well as Saturday at 11 or 1. And to sort of give you, Friday 6 or 8 or Saturday at 11 or 1. And to give you more details to talk with Brian about Bonnie, basically the whole reason that my company is doing this is we're a travel discount provider, so we try to save people money on their future vacation taking. So when we go to buy our vacations, we buy them in bulk so we can take a certain percentage out of our inventory to actually let you guys sample. So we figure if you actually give someone a taste of what we can do for them again in the future, then hopefully they'll be impressed to come travel again. If not, that's fine, because the main way we actually benefit from this is after people travel, they tend to tell their friends and family. So we gain word of mouth advertisement.
Okay. No, name of your place again?
Global Travel Network. And when you guys come down there, they're going to process your gifts. Notice that you don't have to worry about any timeshares, Bonnie, whatsoever. Now, while they're allotting the airfare, they do ask for some of your time to tell you about us, who we are as a company. And if you guys have questions or even a future trip in mind, feel free to ask them or window shop. But keep in mind, you and Brian don't have to purchase anything. You're absolutely not obligated to us. And basically, we just want to be known in your knowledge for any future reference.
Okay.
All right, if you like, Bonnie, if you want to check with Brian, and would you be able to give him a call to see which of the package you guys agree on and talk about the time, so then I can know whether to put a hold on the airfare for you guys, and I can give you
Well, I'd have to check with him later this afternoon. I can't get a hold of him during the day, but, what are your hours?
I'm
So
here.
if I call them.
Yeah, the latest I'm here till today, Bonnie, is about 2:30.
Okay.
So do you think you'd be able to speak to him by then, or usually what is you guys' schedule?
It just depends with his job, what time I get a hold of him, so I just have to try. And what are your hours tomorrow, just in case I can?
Yeah, my hours are 9 to 2:30 on the weekdays. So if you don't get a hold of him, if you do get a hold of him today, give me a quick call, Bonnie, on the number I left you. Just ask for JJ. If not, then I can give you guys a courtesy call tomorrow sometime and see if you guys, so that way you can sort of discuss it tonight if you can't get a hold of him during the day. And if you have some questions, just jot them down and then I can help address that as well.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
What are is there like an expectation of how many calls that come through?
You mean on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Just as many as you can get to as possible. I mean, there's not like a particular number that you have to hit 250 or you have to hit this. Nothing in particular, but what he's going to do is basically run down all the numbers for the whole day. If you're sitting at 76 numbers and Carl's at 180 and he's at 192 and somebody else is at like 178 and they're all like in the same range, maybe just the conversations might have ran longer, causing them to have a few less calls than the other person, but you're at 78, well then obviously that's going to be red flag that,
Right.
You're sitting around not making calls or whatever. But many calls as you can get to is what you want to, because it's a numbers game. The more you talk to, the more yeses that you get.